Welcome to this video lecture series on ITIL Foundation. This is Topic 3, Service Value System, Video 3, Service Value Chain. Welcome again, friends. Always happy to be with you. So this is our biggest topic, or at least the larger topic of ITIL Foundation. It is the service value chain, whereby service value is actually delivered through service streams. So what is this service value chain? It is a set of interconnected activities, 6 of them to be precise, used by an organization to deliver value. What comes in on one side is demand. What goes out on the other side is, hopefully, value. What does it do? Well, this is how work gets done in ITIL. It is not a process. It is a flexible operating model. It is how we do things. There are, as I mentioned, 6 such activities, including plan, which is a more strategic version of plan, not an operational one. Improve, we are always continually improving everything, including continual improvement. Yes, we have a way of continually improving continual improvement. Engage is where all of our interactions with internal and external entities takes place, a very important part. Design and transition, whereby things are designed and ultimately put into live so people can use them. Obtain or build, and it doesn't matter whether we obtain it or build it or some mix in the middle. The requirements are the same. This is where we actually make the service. And deliver and support. This is where we deliver the value to the end consumer and provide support. Now, how do we use them? Well, first of all, these are not steps. This is not just a simple process. This is a model. They are not sequential. You might do them in any order and quite probably simultaneously. They are used in different combinations under different circumstances. Let's start with having a good look at plan. Now, plan ensures an understanding of the vision. And remember, vision is strategy communicated. So this is a strategic view of planning. This is touching base with our strategy. This is aligning our projects and our services with our strategy. We look at the current status and the improvement direction. Now, in the workplace, this would include things such as strategy meetings, budget planning, roadmaps, and the like. They're fairly strategic things. For the exam, remember, planning is direction, not execution. Strategy is direction, not management. Next, let's take a look at improve. Continual improvement of services, continual improvement of practices, and continual improvement of those value streams, which goes from one end to the other through that service value chain. In the workplace, you might see post-incident reviews, processes being optimized, key performance indicators being improved and added. To avoid for the exam, remember, improve happens everywhere, all the time, not just once. We encourage you to have a few very fast improvements that you're working on, a smaller number of medium-term improvements, or 1 or 2 long-term improvements, so that you're constantly demonstrating the delivery of value. Next, let's talk about engage. Anytime anyone interacts with us, it's engage. Interaction with stakeholders, understanding their needs, managing relationships and reporting to them. Information that flows to us comes through engage. Information that flows from us goes through engage. In the workplace, obviously, service desk is a huge part of this, but it's not all. We have meetings with customers. Our salespeople are involved with this. Our account reps are involved with this. Sometimes our lawyers are involved with this. Feedback collection. We're always looking for good feedback because we want to understand from the stakeholders what is their version of value, what are the outcomes they want. To avoid for the exam, remember, Engage equals communication plus relationship. It's all interactions. Design and transition. Of course, we design services early on, right after planning. But it's also moving them into the live environment, making it so, putting that into the production systems and getting the users onto the new solutions. In the workplace, this will include a lot of change management, testing, release planning, and release. Remember, for the exam, transition is moving to live. People use the term release. Okay. People use the term deploy. Okay. Let them use those terms. Our term is transition. Obtain or build. Here we're creating or acquiring the service components. In the workplace, of course, this will be your development group, or sometimes your purchasing group, and sometimes vendor sourcing, because we might take advantage of the marketplaces of third-party capabilities. For the exam, not just build, but also buy. And it doesn't make a huge difference to us whether it's build or buy. A lot of the same processes, a lot of the same tests, a lot of the same concepts still come into play. Finally, deliver and support. This is where we actually deliver the value. It says delivering services, and they'll say that. But think of it this way. It's delivering value into the hands of the consumers. This generally comes after transition. And supporting the users, making their obtaining of value and benefit and outcomes sustainable over a longer term. In the real world, this would include things like incident resolution, problem management, service request handling, and general overall performance monitoring. Now remember, for the exam, deliver is not the same thing as create. It is operate and support. It is not the same thing as deploy. This comes after deploy. This begins when the user's hands start to touch the system. Now, there might be a flow. Let's take an example of a flow. There could be many. Here's an example of one such flow. The business defines a need. That's engage. The strategy aligns with our need, and that's planning. The solution is designed. The system is developed. That's, of course, obtain or build. The service value is delivered and supported. That's deliver and support. And feedback along the way helps us to make sure that we're in line with the idea of value and outcomes that the end consumer has. Now, this is important to note. This is just one example. It's not a flow. It's not the only flow. These things can move around and happen in almost any order. And again, generally, these things happen simultaneously. For the exam, things to avoid. The service value chain is a sequence. No, it is not. It's often presented as a sequence, but it happens again simultaneously. Activities happen once. No, they go backwards and forwards. They repeat quite often. Deliver includes development. No, that's obtain and build. Improve is optional. Improve is never optional. It's pervasive. It's persistent. It is always there in everything we do. As I said, even improve is improved. The service value system is how value is created in ITIL. It is flexible. It's not rigid. Activities combine to form value streams where demand comes and ends in value. Thank you for watching this video presentation. We look very much forward to seeing you again very soon.